Welcome to my tarot card reading for June 2015. This is a general reading for worldwide events. Okay? And this is Manu Tarot. Let's start immediately with the reading. The opening, notice that it starts with two cards that are upside down, and at the same time, notice that we have Ogun and the outcast that are looking toward Shango. Therefore, the secret is here on Shango. It's letting us know about something, and there's a story, a pataki, that is telling us that Shango, he put two friends of him, let me put it like this, there were two guys that were friend of him, but these two guys, they love each other like brothers as well. He put those two to fight against each other until one of them died. Okay? So this is a kind of dynamic that is pointing towards us, and is letting us know that this is the same situation that we're seeing and we're going to start seeing during the month of June. The only problem is that we have Uranus, Aquarius, and we have Pisces, the moon, Pisces, Jupiter, Neptune, Venus here, letting us know that the perpetrator of this is going to be exposed. In other words, whoever is the country, the nation, the politician that is behind the manipulation and orchestrating behind the scenes, all this dynamic of putting this nation against the other one is going to emerge and is going to be exposed to the public to the public light. Okay? This is going to create a lot of, this is going to be very shocking. It's going to create a lot of fights, quarrels, wars, civil wars, and all this kind of stuff. This could be nationwide, or this could be something at the level of a nation, a country, a region. So we could see that whoever is the person that is orchestrating things behind the scenes, this person or this nation is going to be exposed. Okay? And that is going to create more problems, because then we have the energy of Uranus bringing wars, quarrels, arguments, and all this kind of energy. We have here the Six of Coins representing sacrifices, Saint Sophia, the world, talking about something that is coming to an end, and Saint James, the Knight of Staff, talking about peace, world peace or regional peace or whatever. This could be interpreted in two ways. First one, nations, countries, regions, areas are going to do whatever it takes to make peace. The other one that could mean also is that regardless of all the sacrifices, there's going to be an end of peace. In other words, it's letting us know that they're going to try, but this is going to come to an end, and there's no way that any peaceful agreement will happen. Okay? That's the two variations that could have this reading, but is along that line. Okay? Week of June is represented by the Temperance, and this is the Temperance. The key word is flow. It's about flow, and the question is, what kind of flow are we talking about here? And here we have the Five of Staff next to it, and this flow, this kind of flow, creates a lot of problem, a lot of fight, a lot of arguments. So it sounds like we're talking about immigration. There's going to be an increase in immigration. If this has been an issue in May, this is going to become a bigger of an issue during June, because this is going to be a flow that is going to create a lot of fights, a lot of wars, civil wars, and all this kind of stuff. This is the kind of dynamic that we're talking about, okay, for the first week of June. By the second week of June is all about being very impulsive. So anything could be a surprise during the second week of June, okay? By the third week of June, we have the Ten of Staff, letting us know that nations will get rid of something. What are they going to get rid of? It could be debt, it could be an enemy, whatever it is, considered a load, a baggage, something along that line. By the last week of June, what we have is new routes that are going to be taken. That is a very broad explanation, but it's all about new routes, new ways of doing things. But when we put together horizontal and vertical lines, then it gives a little bit more information. Horizontally speaking, we have the Chariot and the Knight of Swords, letting us know that these new projects, they're going to be seen as some kind of surprise. No one was expecting that to happen. It's going to be a very impulsive action that is going to be taken. And now we have to start thinking about Greece. Everyone is talking about Grexit, and we really need to pay very close attention. For many years already, I've been calling the shots, saying that Greece is going to walk out of the European Union. And today, 2015, still the tarot cards are pointing towards that direction. And it seems like it's going to happen anytime soon. And we're seeing that here with this dynamic. There's going to be new laws, new projects, new decisions that are going to be taken in a matter of a split of a second. It's going to look like a surprise for many people. Okay? Unexpected decisions taken, not only in Greece, but around the world. So we have to be paying a lot of attention to see what are those unexpected projects, laws, and decisions that are going to be taken. And then I'm talking about here Temperance. Remember that I mentioned flow, and then we have here the Ten of Swords. So what it is saying is that things are going to be it's not a collapse, it's getting rid of something. And as soon as something is taking away that baggage, that load, things are going to start flowing. And this is sounding again like debt. Someone or a nation or a group of nations are getting rid of a debt or whatever it is that is a burden, and is going to start creating a flow. Okay? So in other words, in summary, what we're seeing here is a lot of projects, decisions, laws that are going to be taken in a split of a second during the time of June that are targeting getting rid of something in order to create flow. This is like a dam. Have you seen the beavers that they create a dam, and then if you take a portion of it, it breaks and everything starts flowing down the river, down the stream? That's the kind of dynamic that I'm talking about. And when we put all this dynamic, we create the existential vortex. That's what I call it. That is this, the Empress. And the Empress is talking about growth, economic growth. But that economic growth, it only going to come once that situation that is painful and is dragging the nations are removed. Okay, that's what I have here. And it's more interesting when we look at the 10 of staff that is next to the sun. And the sun, everyone makes the translation that it is happiness, but yes, they're happy because they're getting rid of a baggage or a load. But also notice that behind the kid and the horse there is a wall, and that wall is going to be taken down in order to bring happiness. So we're talking about limitations that have been imposed that are going to be eliminated in order to bring happiness. But when you bring down the wall, it means also that whatever it was outside is able to walk in. And that's where all these other two cards come in, letting us know that some way, somehow, the influx of immigration is going to be very overwhelming, that in some way, somehow, is going to collapse the boundaries are going to collapse. Those they won't be able to handle that huge amount of humans traveling from one country to another. This is what I'm talking about here also, as well. Okay, trilogy, and the trilogy is the Chariot, the Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. And these are projects that are going to bring changes. This is moving out, moving away from something. So there's new projects, new laws that are enacted in order to move out, move away of anything that is unstable, financially and economically unstable. So in summary, what it sounds like to me is that in June, whatever it is, what is going to happen, obviously there are going to be a lot of nations that are going to get rid of their financial debt, their financial burden, their load. And this is going to be a very cascading effect where a lot of immigration is going to be pushed, and it's going to be very overwhelming, that the borders of many nations are technically going to collapse. They won't be able to handle so much influx of immigrants. That's what technically you're saying. So June seems to be a big month that, if I were going to say something, I would say that it looks like finally the straw that breaks the camel's back is here, and it's gonna start highly probable with Greece. Okay, we're going to start seeing a lot of immigration where borders are going to be overwhelmed, and we're going to start seeing a collapse of the patrol. They won't be able to control it. We're going to start seeing a lot of fights, arguments, wars, civil wars, and all this kind of stuff. It might sound apocalyptic, but everything doesn't happen in one shot. No one gets sick suddenly. This is the result, the end result of many years of malpractice. Okay, and that's for you, June 2015, and this is Manu Tarot.